things are changing in the UFL. 4-point play. UFL is revolutionizing the game. 60-plus yards will now equal 4 points. Brandon Aubrey just became an absolute weapon, even more so than he already was. He might have to go back to the UFL at this point, but I love this. I love it.
Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't heard me say it before, one more time for the people in the back. Kickers are people too. They matter. Fun fact, a top 10 scorer in NFL this year in fantasy football was Brandon Aubrey. If he was ranked in receivers, he would be number 2 in points scored just this last season. Don't give me this kickers don't matter unless you're a punter. Punters was a different conversation based on the rule changes for the UFL. But kickers matter. And honestly, punters matter inside of the last 2 minutes of both halves for the UFL change. If you don't know what I'm talking about, the UFL changed the rule as well. No punts allowed inside the 50-yard line. More incentive to get a kicker who could kick a 60-yard field goal. But also, the only stipulation to that change in the punting is inside of the last 2 minutes of both halves, you are allowed to punt within that, allowing for everybody's favorite drill in Madden 06 and 07 and 08, the coffin corner, to come back into fruition. We all remember trying to kick it in the trash can or kick it in the arc or just kick it as close as you can to the 1-yard line. But yeah, I do love some of these changes for sure. I love the demand to either go for it on 4th down or to kick a long field goal. That's just fantastic to me because it provides a lot more strategy than just we're going to do this by the book. And it changes the UFL, which is something we've all wanted. We all like a little bit of change to what we're watching. We don't want to watch the same NFL program in the spring. I'm sorry. Nobody loves the NFL that much. I promise you. Nicknamed the No Fun League for a reason. So not only do we get better celebrations, now we get a 4-point field goal kick. And now we get punts banned, which I'm excited for a little while inside of the 50. So no more of those pooch punts. Get those out of here. Give me real plays. I do also like the idea of banning the tush push, which is what they're doing. I think that's a very interesting idea. Obviously, we talked about it with the push conversation in previous segment, but I think in the UFL, it really does set them apart as what they're trying to be, a feeder league to the NFL, because the NFL has been in talks for the tush push. The kickoff rule for the NFL was started in the UFL. So they're kind of trying to set a precedence for how you can demand these rule changes to take effect and be successful. And I think something like the tush push, if you really care about players' health, NFL, you do need to ban it. But if you don't care about players' health, your choice.
Then give me back the normal. Then give me back the OG kickoffs. Then that's all I ask. Give me back Devin Hester and the collisions.
It's the next.
Bring back Lorenzo Neal.
It's honestly the next logical step, and it will be. The NFL will see it eventually. But yeah, I like the rules. Some of the changes as well. Revolutionary overtime guidelines. 1 foot back in bounds. So NCAA rule. They're really setting themselves as a transition league to get to the NFL, and I like that because that's something that's missing. There's no developmental league for the NFL. It's either you're an NFL player or you're not. And the UFL is positioning themselves to be that feeder developmental league that you can take a college player, implement some NFL rules, kind of keep your own style still, not fully give in, but lead a player to be somebody who moves on to the NFL, also bringing revenue back to you because of their contract conversation. So, yeah, I think the UFL is setting themselves up to be something a little bit more unique, but a little bit more exciting this year than we already were. And maybe start banging those overs now. Because get it before they change the rule change for the rule change hits the sports books. Go ahead and start hitting those overs now.
No, we're probably already too late. They're probably on top of it. Literally everything in the world is bet on these things.
I can't wait. On top of it an hour before this.
There's going to probably be a good – I think it's going to capture some of the excitement that we see from Arena League, but in a less kind of goofy setting. It was just the amount of big plays, the explosion, that sort of thing. I think it's going to blend some of the best of those both worlds, which is going to make it very interesting with a lot of the pace. But